left me frozen inside. You sang a song that unraveled me. The melody was enough to rewrite my story. There's no place I would rather be than in the light of your sun. It changes everything. There's no face I would rather see. You pull me up from the dust and you redefine me.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the very first day of the LAS draft series of our Winter 2021 split. I'm super excited to be here and excited to see what these games have in store for us. Up first, we have the Eagles taking on the Falcons. This will determine who the dominant bird of prey is in Pool A. After, we have the Dragons taking on the Panthers, and we'll see whether a mean cat can take on a ferocious dragon. Alright, so just like every night, we'll have our predictions open, so get your tokens ready, and we'll be heading into draft very shortly. So, Mr. Ray, what do we have here tonight? What matchups are you excited to see?
I am very excited to see Alpha versus Flip Trick, owner versus one of the better ADCs I saw during the exhibitions. So like it's gonna be, bot lane is gonna be like definitely the place to watch. I also feel like Hero 39, who is another owner, against Archaic Alter. Sorry.
No worries.
Got it. First night of the split, always something gotta go wrong. But I'm excited for them because that's also going to be a pretty heated lane. I feel like there's going to be a lot of soft trading depending on what the champs that are picked. And also in jungle, we have Gavin, or Gavin, as I am also the other Gavin, versus Juicy Chewy, who was hyped so much during the draft. I was starting to get irritated, but
Well, I'm definitely excited to see.
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what Killua has in store for us. We saw him during the exhibition games, and he popped off almost every game. Just wasn't able to cross the finish line when we were spectating. But let's hope we do get ready and have a good game in store for us. I'm definitely excited to see what both teams have. I'm wondering if Hero's gonna go towards the carry picks or maybe play more of a tank style today.
I feel like because they have Chewy, he can, or he more likely will go that tank. Just because we saw Chewy, he definitely leaned a little more towards them carry junglers, which is kind of odd in the current state of the meta, because now it's just either like top lane wins and ADC has an okay game, or ADC wins like the game completely. So.
All right, so we are about to head right into the draft, and I will take us right over there. So we're just waiting to see what our first ban is.
Yes. And oh man, that's amazing! Look at that first ban. Are you going over the time limit? Let's go, Flip Trick.
All right, so the first ban is the Echo. He's a very strong mid laner, can also be flexed to the jungle and potentially the top lane. Very good AP pick right now.
Yes, and we also do now have our play-by-play caster in here, Gundo.
Welcome back.
You can unmute and say howdy.
Yep. All right, I'll hand it off to you, Mr. Gundo. Let's see what we got.
Hello, it's Gundo here, and I'm just joining in onto the stream. Looks like we're just getting into the draft just now. We're just trying to get view of this current draft right now and help you out whenever I can.
So the Eagles ban Echo first, and then the Falcons ban Aatrox. So they definitely don't want that hard bruiser carry on Hero. Very, very studied pick or ban there.
Yeah, Echo pretty strong in the current meta. With those buffs he got after the preseason reworks and stuff like that with the items, seems pretty strong with Night Harvester or Hextech Rocket Belt there. So pretty good ban from them to get him out of the current rotation. We'll see what they look for next here.
And next up is the Set and Seraphine for the bans. That's I like the Set ban because Blizzard Girl can play a pretty mean Set support, and also Set is also a very good flex for literally anywhere on the map. And there's also now the Evelyn ban for the Eagles. Again, they're just trying to eliminate all of those carry jungle possibilities.
Yeah, definitely getting rid of the carry jungles in the current meta is a smart move out of them. Trying to just eliminate that champ pool as much as they can and see what they head towards next here. The set ban coming through was pretty clutch. It can be flexed in those three positions, top, support, and jungle. Smart out of them to get that out of the rotation as well. Just overall strong pick there. And yep.
So now we do see the Kha'Zix was banned. Glad they took that away from Chewy because that is definitely something that he should not get his hands on. I feel like if it's not picked up in this first pick set, then I feel like he would probably be another good ban. What about you?
Yi, pretty good ban here as well. Just getting that out of the pool there. They could look for something like the Kha'Zix gone. You could look for this. Yeah, the first rotation Hecarim coming through there. Pretty good out of them to find that for themselves. Eagle's going to be looking pretty good with that. Juicy Chewy going to be running that in the jungle there. So what I'm looking for here for the side of Falcons here is to pick up a first rotation jungler as well, just because that champ pool has already been, pinched so hard for them. So they have to look for something here in this first ban phase, or they could risk just getting all the current junglers that are strong just out of the current pool. So Graves also strong in the current meta. They might look to use that, but we'll see what they pick up here. Falcons, they got the next two picks up here.
They picked up Olaf. Very interesting.
Looking for the Olaf. Pretty strong as well. Pretty high win rate on that current champion. Into the Hecarim, it does pretty well. You can try to bully him out early in that jungle matchup. You get so much healing with that early W. And we'll see what they try to do next for this pick here.
I feel like if they really wanted to already send a message, and there's the Alistar picked up for the support, that's also another devastating pick. But I feel like even he should have forced them to pick his Nunu and just go for jungle control, not really focus on like absolute domination with Snowball in lane.
Yeah, not going for the most aggressive pick in that Alistar for that bot lane. Alistar pretty passive in the first few early stages of the game. Once you do get a couple levels, what most Alistars like to do is just completely roam around the map, try to get your mid ahead, try to support your jungler, and with the addition of that Olaf in the jungle right now, Jeevan and FLC Blizzard Girl are going to be able to do a lot of work with those two champions. We'll see if they can try to bully out Juicy Chewy on that Hecarim in the jungle. Lulu getting picked up now for Eagle Prince Sky. We'll see what he can do with that alongside the Twitch. So those two champs really good in cohesion. Lulu is just able to super buff up that Twitch, get tons of support onto that AD carry, keep him alive. Once you get that Ardent Sensor plus Staff of Flowing Water, you can just do so much work onto that Twitch. And are into the next rotation here. The Kumi going to see what he picks up for his team.
Yeah, sustain lane already been shown very early in the split. It's kind of upsetting. And there's the Ashe pickup. So Alistar Ashe. So
yeah, a lot of engage for that bot lane. You have a lot of pick potential with that Enchanted Crystal Arrow coming out of the Ashe. So we'll see what Alpha Seru can do with that. I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do here, is because you got these three engaged champions between the Alistar, Ashe, and Olaf. Olaf just likes to run in, get in people's faces, do tons of work on that. And Alistar are able to just follow up engage on anything. So I'm excited to see what they can do. A lot of engage already drafted for the side of the Falcons. Eagles now in the second rotation of the bans. We'll see what Falcon takes away from the table first. They still do not have either of the solo lanes for these teams. So you can definitely plan to see some solo lane bans coming out here. Things like the Malphite maybe for the side of Eagles might be getting taken away. Things like that.
So the Falcons did ban Syndra away from Kahlua. That's pretty insane. And we do see Silas ban hovering.
Yeah, Silas currently getting hovered for the ban. We'll see what
There
they
it is.
do. Yep, there it is. It goes away. Solid pick there. You don't want to give that away as well because Hecarim, Lulu, pretty good ultimates to seal away if you are that Silas.
And looks like it is the Malphite ban. That's very good. I feel like Malphite, if it was picked up by the Eagles in this game, then that would just destroy their entire team. There's no way Ashe would be able to be safe. Whoever the mid laner is, if it's not someone slippery like Zed, then it would just be over.
Yeah, if you don't have a lot of mobility in that mid lane, Malphite can definitely do a lot of work against the enemy team. Riven banned away now for the side of the Eagles. Do not want to give that away to Archaic Palter, and we'll see what the next rotation of picks is going to be. Probably going to be looking to pick up the top laner here and save mid for the counter pick in that mid lane. I'm interested to see what they might pick up here for the Kumi or Archaic Palter.
I feel like picking up a pick for Palter would be a pretty good idea here. Now that they see that the Riven's gone and they don't have to worry about a Malphite, I feel like picking Camille or even a Mordekaiser would be very beneficial for them, considering they are,
Yeah, going into that,
tier.
Right. I don't know. This is an interesting matchup for both of these teams so far. They have a lot of engage drafted for Falcons, not that much yet for Eagles. So Eagles are going to be looking to pick up some engage for themselves as well. Well,
Ollie.
Yeah, Kali is picked up there for. It's actually a flex pick there. The Kumi or Palter could themselves. We'll see which lane they decide to put it into. Probably going to be looking for this mid lane though.
I'm expecting the big plot twist of it being an Olaf top.
That would be the biggest brain of flex picks there. Olaf top into the into the Shen there now, being hovered there for hero. We'll see if they're gonna end up going for it. It is a pretty strong pick just because you're able to just influence around the map. Pretty good in conjunction with the Hecarim. They do end up picking it up there. Shen, pretty strong. You just hold on top of the Hecarim as he's trying to dive. You got a Lulu buffing you up as well. So you can see the idea here is for the Eagles is to try and dive early on that bot side. It is going to be a little bit difficult going into a Hecarim or a Alistar and Ashe just because you have so much to see from those two champions as well. Last pick coming out here from
unless they pick up Galio. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good.
If they pick up Galio, then this entire team is just protect Twitch and Hecarim. That's it. Nico.
Going for the Nico there. Nico mid. We'll see what they can do now with that champ. Nico, pretty good as well. A lot of CC for her. Decent damage in the later stages of the game. You can set people up. People like to use the Everfrost build. Just set up some extra CC with that root duration. We'll see what they decide to go for the last pick in the Falcons. It is going to be that top or mid lane. Could just be a flex pick like you said earlier. And I'm interested to see what they're going to choose.
On, at least hover something, please.
Yeah, nothing being hovered just yet. But you can see for the side of the Eagles, it's trying to. They definitely want to start off these fights for themselves. You got the Hecarim, the Onslaught of Shadows just going to come out, try to do tons of work, fear up multiple enemies on the enemy team. And then you got that follow up from the Nico, amazing champ for just follow up engage. They do pick up the Orianna as the last pick for the Falcons. That is going to be going towards the Kumi, so it is in the Kali top for Palter. And it's going to be an interesting set of game, or an interesting game here today. We'll see how that Ori versus Nico matchup goes for themselves. And we're into the game. We'll be into the game soon here.
I would love to just see an even bigger plot twist. Akali jungle.
Yeah,
that would be horrible, but it was.
That would be quite troll if they do opt into that Akali jungle there. I don't know how much that work that would be able to do. But yes, I am interested to see Akali. Always a fun champ to see on the Rift. Tons of playmaking, tons of just playmaking potential, and you can just outplay your opponents at every stage, whether it's level 3, level 6, level 18. You're just popping off no matter what. So in the right hands, that champ could be a definite menace. We'll see if Palter is going to be able to put in tons of work on that.
So looking at the draft, it's clearly that the Eagles definitely have the bigger or the upper hand. How do you feel like the Falcons would be able to keep themselves in this game?
For Falcons, I am definitely looking for them to make some early plays with this Olaf. You do have decent lane priority with that Orianna in the mid lane. You could try to get some early push on with that Orianna, get some lane priority in that mid lane. Use Olaf to invade. You got the Alistar as well. Once the Alistar hits 3, it's a go button. You're on a timer. You got to start making some plays around the map. You definitely get, Lulu definitely at the later stages of the game is going to outscale you just because of that. She's going to be able to buff off the rest of her team. So for the Falcons, I am looking for them to make some early plays. As soon as that Ashe hits 6, you got to start spamming that arrow on cooldown. And Chance Crystal Arrow, strong ability, going to be able to put tons of CC on all around the map. So for Eagles, it's definitely important for them to just try and mitigate those early stages of the game, scale up to about level 6, level 11, get those rank 2 ultimates, and then that's when you start making the plays around the map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they really do need a funnel goal between the Hecarim and the Twitch. Those are definitely probably their probable carries.
Yeah.
But I would say Nico does have a chance if there is some pretty good trades early on against the Orianna. Unless Lulu does roam around, then it would definitely go in favor of the Nico.
Yeah, if that Nico is roaming around, Orianna is pretty good at pushing these early waves. Going to be able to push her in, get some tower plays for himself. So if Nico's looking to play more of that roam heavy style with the Lulu in conjunction with the Lulu, we'll see what they can do there. Udyr here now picked up.
There it is.
Yeah, that was quite a mistake. Probably didn't lock up the champion in time. So we'll be doing that draft once again here in a few seconds.
That was nice.
Yeah, but looking at these drafts here, who do you think? You said earlier that Eagles got the better hand out of this draft. What is your ideas coming in for Eagles to just press that advantage, or keep themselves pretty relevant in the early game, because that is definitely going to be their hardest stage going into this game?
I would say definitely Hecarim farming his way up to 6. Getting that early 6, and then going for some pretty mean ganks into the bot lane, try and funnel some gold through the Twitch. So it's just a matter of waiting at this point, especially now since we have to wait for everyone to get back in order.
Yeah, wait for everybody to come back in here and line it up. Yeah, definitely that, as we were talking about earlier, that Shen Hecarim combo is so potent. Once that Shen is 6, you can just start diving that bot lane. Or even this Orianna, she has that shockwave, but it's just a 1 CC ability. If you have the Shen coming on top of that, you can't really defend yourself in that mid lane if you're getting 3-man. So I'm interested to see if they're going to be able to use this Shen pick to their advantage. The Eagles do have a lot of Wombo here and a lot of great team fighting here. You got the Lulu to just buff everybody up, as we were talking about earlier. Prince Sky is going to be able to do some work on that. And you got the polymorph. So as soon as Olaf starts flying in, or if this Alistar just tries to get an engage, you just polymorph him, and then that champ is pretty much useless. So I'm interested to see if Prince Sky is going to have this better of this support matchup here. As for Blizzard Girl, I'm going to be looking for them to make some interesting plays around the map. You definitely got to start roaming around the map, trying to make some plays once you hit that level 3, and then once you hit 6, it's just you got to be on the map already, and you got to be looking for some Ashe arrows across the map for sure. And continuing on, this Akali pick in the top lane for me is just that that kind of crutch. You gotta be able to use it to its maximum potential if you want to make some impact in the game. Shen pretty good at handling some of these more aggressive picks in that top lane. You can just farm up, wait till 6, and then that's when you become more relevant in that top lane.
Yeah, I feel like the pick onto the Akali was kind of a panic pick, considering I'll take Palter is kind of a Riven one trick. But It's just depending on who scales faster, I feel.
Yeah, for sure. Whoever can get those items faster will be able to make the difference in this game. Hero on that Shen, he can definitely mitigate a lot of this early top pressure. Akali likes to bully out other melee matchups just because she has so much damage built into her kit. And after that change on her E to make it from physical to magic damage, it became a lot harder for champs to itemize against that. So I'm interested to see if that the Shen matchup can shut down this Akali pick. Because as you're talking about earlier, Pulsar, Riven One Trick got his champ banned in that second rotation. You got to wonder why they didn't just pick it up in that first one. You could have saved the Alistar pick for in the second phase. That might have gone better for them, and then you have the Riven in the top lane.
Yeah, I feel like if Hero definitely builds correctly, then that lane will be pretty easy for him. Like if he just goes Bambi Cinder and then starts building towards a Abyssal Mask or something else that provides a lot of MR, maybe even a Gargoyles.
Yeah,
or maybe even a
sure.
Force of Nature, just something that gives him that hybrid defense.
Yeah, the health plus magic resist, definitely going to be looking for that for Hero. The Akali matchup, you could also just, opted for that Merc Treads early on, and then that Akali, pretty much useless. Just because of Shen's innate tankiness, it can be pretty hard to, brawl him up in that top lane when you're playing an AP pick like this Akali. He definitely prefers some of these more melee matchups, though, these physical damage melee matchups in that top lane, things like Renekton, he's a pretty good counter into, or things like Alawi, stuff like that. So I'm interested.
Alawi.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're gonna, do in these early stages. That's what we're gonna be looking for, or at least me. GB needs to get on the map early on with that Olaf, start, ganking these lanes, power farm up, control the middle of the jungle, control those scuttle crabs early on, and then, start looking for those early dragons. Because Olaf, as I was talking about earlier, you're on a timer as well. Definitely a little bit better now since Gore Drinker has been added to the game. You have a lot more tankiness, a lot more survivability, but you are always on a timer as that Olaf, while Hecarim, definitely going to be looking to scale into the later stages of the game. So I think that jungle matchup is going to be one to keep an eye on coming into this game.
There's a lot of talking. I kind of don't know what else to talk about at this point.
Yeah, we run through these picks over and over again. We've seen this draft a couple times now, so we're just ready to get into this game,
Yeah.
Eagles versus the Falcons. Second week here. I'm interested to see how this game's gonna go down. This Nico pick kind of threw a number at me. It's kind of a confusing pick to me. You would probably be more interested to see something a little bit more supportive, maybe. But this Nico has great follow up to the initial engage, so we'll see what Kilo can do on this pick. As I was talking about earlier, that Everfrost build is pretty decent on her now. You can even opt into things like Leandries, into just Luden's Tempest for some extra wave clear. But Nico, definitely a little bit of a interesting pick here for the mid lane.
Yeah, I'm actually still surprised that Nico is still an A tier.
Yeah, that she's still listed as an A tier mid laner. Yeah, I mean, she has her matchups, right? Like every mid laner, you have your more favorable matchups, right? At least for Nico, I feel like she loses a lot of those. She doesn't have the most range, right? She is a range champion, but she doesn't have range like Syndra. She can't, use that Q to just poke and just get people away from you. Same thing with Orianna. You can't use that Q to just zone. She doesn't have a lot of those zoning mechanics that other these like top tier mid laners have in their kits. So for her, I think that.
All right, so now we will have the predictions opening up for who you have to win. You can play your tokens. You can choose either the Eagles or the Falcons. I don't know who to pick, so.
Honestly, I think the Falcons might have this just from looking at the draft so far. You have so much engage plus so much CC. I think this Olaf is going to be able to control a lot of this early game. So, or if I was putting my money on it, Falcons got it just off the draft. Obviously, we still got a lot to see.
Yeah. Looks like we already have some votes going in. Gurf, Dong Lord, voting for the Eagles. Looks like he's trying to stay on Flip's good side. Haha. That's just a joke. I'm kidding. I love you, Gurf. I'm sorry. Flip, you're the boss man. All right. Don't fire me.
All right, now we're just off here, waiting for spectator delay to get through here. I'm excited to get into this game already. We've had to run through the draft a couple times now, so definitely ready to get into this game, get it up and running, get these teams on their way to playing. Interesting matchup here today, Eagles versus the Falcons, and some interesting picks overall.
Yeah, I would love to see a Galio instead of the Nico, because that definitely would have just been protect the Twitch.
Yeah, definitely would have been a protect the Twitch. They could have opted into that, but Kilo maybe not as comfortable on that Galio pick. You got so much wombo combo though with that hero's entrance. You know, you just you get a shed ultimate, you get the hero's entrance, and then you get the freaking the Hecarim just running in there, and then you get 2 ultimates on top of you. Man becomes unkillable. So
That's super size.
right, and then you got the big old Lulu ultimate on top of that.
So that would be the Lulu shield, the Shen shield, and then the Galio magic barrier. Oh, that would be devastating.
That would be absolutely disgusting.
More shield than HP.
Yeah, man, that would be insane. Plus, you can't forget the Lulu polymorph. Get that extra attack speed in there. Go in there and make her speed them up even more.
Machine gun Lulu.
Machine gun Lulu, indeed. Reminds me of TFT, man.
Build
a Gitsu's on Lulu. Boom. Infinite polymorphs or infinite supersized.
Yeah, you go like the best way I found is you go Ginsu's and then you go Static Shiv, and then Rabadons.
Infinite ultimates, man. Infinite ultimates. Supersized.
Okay, yeah. So now we will go into a little break while we load up onto the Rift. We'll see you all in a second.
I saw you smile from across the bar. Yeah, she was pretty and so close but so far. She flipped her hair and I thought this can't be true. How does a man like me get someone like you? And then she looked at me and I was confused. Everyone here can't be the one that she'll choose. And I looked back and saw the spark in her eyes. This can't be real, my head's telling me lies. Just like them, you're coming closer to me. Come shake me, grab me, so I wake up from this dream. I can't breathe, come at me. I don't know if I can speak. Then she said, come with me and let's be free. The night is young and I think this could go far. The sky is dark, but you're my shooting star. Could see your face reflect upon the moon. It was a pretty summer night in June. And then she looked at me and I was confused. Everyone here can't be the one that she'll choose. And I looked back and saw the spark in her eyes. This can't be real, my head's telling me lies. Just like that, you're coming closer to me. Come shake me, grab me, so I wake up from this dream. I can't breathe, come with me. I don't know if I can speak. Then she said, come with me and let's be free.
Welcome back to the Rift, ladies and gentlemen. The first game of the LAS draft for this split is going on right now.
Yeah, we got the Eagles versus the Falcons going on here for this first game. And for the Eagles starting it off here on the blue side, we have Hero 39 in the top lane, Juicy Chewy running that Hecarim in the jungle, Kilo Zoldyck in the mid lane running on that Zoe, Flip Trick on that Twitch in the bot lane, along with his support, Prince Sky, on that Lulu.
Yeah.
And then for the Falcons on the red side, we have Archaic Palter in the top lane running that Akali, Jeevan 32 on that Olaf, and we have Kumi on mid lane, along with Alpha Seru and Blizzard Girl in that bot lane running the Ashe Alistar duo in that bot lane.
Yeah, let's go. I'm liking the 5-point right now.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised. No invades early on. You got the Olaf, man. You should be definitely looking to, maybe put in some work there and try to invade for some early pressure on that bot side. You can already see 2 Hecarims on the map there. Nico making herself look a little deceiving.
Well, this isn't one for all, huh?
Oh, man, not 5 of the same champions. It can't be at all. So you can see there, as we were talking a little bit earlier while this game was loading in, that Halo Blaze on the Twitch is quite strong at the moment. I'm interested to see how much work he's going to be able to do on that Twitch. Flip Trick has that Twitch for himself alongside that Lulu. Juicy Chewy starting up here on this top side on that Hecarim. Going to be able to do some work there. Like we can see, he's already passing towards that bot side. So expecting maybe some early action down there.
Yeah. I do have a question though. How do you feel about lethal tempo on the Ashe instead of Comet? Because I feel like a pokey Ashe would be better in this situation.
Yeah, poke Ashe definitely strong. I feel like it's not as strong if you're not going to go towards that. I guess I'll call it a blue build right now, just because you go towards that man immune into the the Imperial mandate. I've been seeing a lot of people run that currently on Ashe. Probably the most annoying build I've played against. I think when you're going that build, you can go towards the Comet, but if you're going to be going in attack speed, more attack speed oriented build, you definitely want to go towards that lethal tempo. So we'll see what he ends up opting into it for the end here. We're going to already see some early trading on the top side. Hero not taking the best trade up there in that top lane.
Hecarim starting to run in.
Hecarim coming down here on this bot side, already starting up the engage there. Blizzard Girl getting knocked up in between 2 members. Blizzard Girl now taking a big chunk, but Prince Sky is getting low as well. TP now coming in from Archaic Palter. He's going to be coming in here trying to make some difference, and it looks like it's going to be a TP to help his team stay alive. Does end up blowing the heal. Say we're going to use that ability to stay away. Some sums were blown down there on the bot side, so pretty good for the side of the Eagles.
Yeah, we did see Given top the Squires in the top side for the Eagles. I'm surprised he didn't go for the Gromp that's still there.
Yeah, didn't end up going for that Gromp. I guess it's interesting. I had predicted earlier in the draft that this Hecarim was going to be looking up just to farm to 6, power farm, get through his early camps. Ends up actually going for that early level 3 gank. Smart out of him, noticing that they're in a bad spot. And you can see he's already pinging down here towards his bot lane once again. It is warded, so they can be able to spot it out. Blizzard Girl not knocking him away in time. Does get locked up here. Now he's going to be taking a bunch of damage. Blizzard Girl getting real low. First blood there for Flip Trick on the Twitch.
Very, very insane already. Like I said, he's got to funnel the gold through the Twitch. And yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because all the sums were blown, as we do see Polter going in on Hero.
Halter going in onto him does not take the best of that trade. It was a level down there. He was just trying to get the better of that trade because Jeevan is up here on this top side. Now we can see Pings coming up there. Olaf running in there. He's going to be able to land the axe. There's one. Does not find anything else just yet. Uses another one. Just going to be able to get some poke onto Hero up there in that top lane. Solid out of him to notice that, have that early ward down. Notice that Jeevan is running up here on this top side.
Yeah, already you can already see Flip Trick on the Twitch forcing the Ashe under the tower, saying, hey, you don't have your Alistair here. Plus, I already have a kill, so...
Yeah, stronger at the current state of the game. This Twitch, as we were talking about earlier, did take that Halo Blades. You're able to get so much damage out just in those fast little skirmishes. So, smart out of Flip Trick to take that rune. Definitely making a small difference down here on the bot side. Did pick up the First Blood. Has that Noon Quiver already. We're going to see if he can use that to get some more lane pressure on this bot side.
Looking at it already, it's starting to already appear to be a small snowball forming up. It's like the stages of causing an avalanche. Something eventually big is going to happen, and it's going to cause the turning point of the game.
Yeah, you can see here, Blizzard Girl, though, is making a roll up down there from the bot side. Going to be looking to engage, possibly WQ in. But Pulverize not do much there. Doesn't land a stun. Ignite does come down. Kumi, one more auto attack will do it, as our Blizzard Girl does pick up the kill onto the Nico. So Killua a little bit too far up. Did not notice that the Alistar was missing in that lane. Solid pickup kill there for the side of the Falcons, though, to make a kill back onto the mid laner.
We did see an early drag coming in for the Falcons. Very good choice from them. They do have mid prio, so it's. I feel like the faster they get the drags, the faster the lower the chance of the avalanche falling onto them.
Lower chance of getting crushed,
especially with the
impending doom by an icy death. Yeah, the Ocean Dragon, as you were just talking about, pretty good. The earlier you get it, the better, honestly, for your solo laners. Able to sustain up, get some, health back, some resources back between the energy and the mana. Kumi, sadly, though, does not pick up that kill earlier onto Killua. I was really hoping that he would be able to get the last auto attack, last hit. That Nico is not able to do it. Yeah.
Looking at the current itemization, pretty standard so far. Kind of surprised to see the Phage being picked up first on the Olaf instead of the Chain Whip, or the Iron Whip, whatever that one's actually called.
Iron Spike Whip, I believe is what it's called, if I remember
correctly.
Yeah, definitely looking for that Gourd Drinker early on. I can maybe see why the Phase is looking to maybe gank some lanes here. We can see both junglers and mid laners hovering around this mid lane. We'll see which is going to pull the trigger first here. Our ball's running in now. Here comes the big Horsey, though. Chewy goes under the tower. He takes a lot of damage so far. Killua Zoldyck does pick up the kill onto the Kumi. They're going to be looking for some more here onto him. He goes in. Onslaught of Shadow goes on to the Olaf here. Jeevan trying to stay alive. Flash. The Huntback Pulverize comes out from him. But here is Hero 39. He's now taunted up. Jeevan 32. He's getting real low. One more auto attack will do it, but nobody can reach him. There he goes. Flashes in for the kill there. Killua barely able to stay alive against this Alistar. But here is Seru. He did roll up from the mid-bot lane. There goes the first volley. Doesn't land onto Hero. Another TP coming out. It is going to be the Kumi coming in now just to defend his bot lane. Solid play out of both of these teams to make some return kills come back in their favor.
Kind of looking a little bad that both of the kills for the Falcons are on the Alistair. It is just unfortunate timing. It's not actual force KSing like me and some other people that no Blizzard Girl tend to joke about. but still, the faster Alistar can get to that, what I assume is going to be, I hope a Locket, because I feel like a Locket would be better into the Eagles, and I feel the better for the Ashe in the bot lane.
Yeah, better to help her just stay alive, around these fights. Ashe, notoriously squishy overall. You get hit by one thing, you're gonna get blown up. Obviously known for her kiting ability, her engage, her utility, able to spot people out with that hawk shot. So Alpha Saber doing a pretty good job so far, just keeping track of where Juicy Chewy has been around the map. They did get that kill earlier in the first few minutes of the game down there. Up here, though, in the top side, we can see Hero already getting the better of these top lane trades. Did pick up that kill earlier in the team fight. Down here, though, here comes Juicy Chewy. He's flowing, going in on Hecarim. He does use the E. This charge. Flip Trick does now pick up another kill onto Blizzard Girl.
Thankfully, there wasn't a shutdown on that, because if it was, then disaster.
Yeah, it could have been pretty bad to pick up that kill back onto Flip Trick. Nothing was found. No, Summoner spell is just blown just yet. Juicy Chewy now getting polymorphed, and now he gets so much move speed. Alpha Saber just not going to be able to stay alive at all. Another kill going down onto that Flip Trick. As you were talking about in the draft, this Twitch is just going to be the main carry for the side of the Falcons.
It's unfortunate that the Enchanted Crystal Arrow couldn't.
Oh, up here on the top side, though. 1-for-1 trade overall. Shen picking up the return kill back onto Palter there. So this went in pretty aggressively on that Akali. Did pick up the kill. Ends up trading one back. So 1-for-1 up there in that top lane.
That was honestly pretty surprising. I wasn't expecting Palter to take that all the way, but I forgot what I was saying.
We were talking about the Twitch, I believe. Something about the Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch, very scary at this point. 3-0, 20-ish farm above Alpha. So.
Yeah, Alpha.
Oh, I know. I was gonna say. So, when the Onslaught of Shadows came in, as we do see some trades going on in the mid lane.
Not much going on here though. Killua able to just get away from that shockwave there in the end.
Yeah. So the Onslaught of Shadows, when it was used onto Alpha, the Enchanted Crystal Arrow was unfortunately denied due to the unstoppable movement effect that Hecarim's ultimate does give.
There's a poke going on down here on this bot lane. Princess gonna have to run away in the end there. GVN now in a 1v2. They're gonna fight out. Unstoppable comes out. Ragnarok, he's gonna be trying to run away right now. Juicy Chewy. Enchanted Crystal Arrow does come out, goes completely wide. Nothing found just yet. Taunt up there to stop the TP coming in from Palter in that top lane. Not much else gonna happen, but here comes the spray and pray. Flip Trick is now getting tons of damage onto Alpha Saber. One more auto tech will do it. It does find the damage. The poison does end up kicking up the kill in the end there. Flip Trick able to pick up another kill in the end. Here, Gamer Girl though, or Blizzard Girl, excuse me, is gonna get locked up under the tower. Does go down as well. Solid team fight out of them to pick up the kills.
Gamer Girl. Hero does not want to let up onto Palter, man. He does not want him in the lane at all.
Not want to stop them at all. And see the replay right now, but now we got some more action down here on this bot side. They weren't able to find anything. Juicy Chewy has literally 0 mana. Running away for his life. Lulu Shield does come out to try and keep him alive. One more auto attack will do it. Chewy picks up the kill onto him. But now Killua is on the wrong side of the map. Does get locked up there by the head, but Pulverize goes down in the end to Alpha Saber. Solid out of the Falcons to pick up some return kills for themselves.
Yeah, very solid rotation. They definitely did need that. There's just still constant trade going on this top lane. But yeah, that was a very good pickup for them. Orianna got a kill, and now they do get that second drag. Ashe also got a kill, so things are definitely looking up for them. Now they are up two drags to none, but they are behind about 2k gold.
Oh, we got an engage up here on the top side. Hero 39 able to just taunt away in the end there. Palter did land that last shuriken to try and go on onto him, but did not look for it in the end. But yeah, as we were just talking about, those 2 dragons, pretty nice for the side of the Falcons. They are not looking too bad in this game now. What looked like a absolute landslide in that bot lane for that Twitch hold that thought because Juicy Chewy is going on to Pulsar on the top side. Use the Onslaught of Shadows to find some more damage. One more Q will do it. He's going to find the kill onto Pulsar in that top lane.
So Twitch does have a Kraken Slayer already. It was 13 and a half minutes to get a Kraken Slayer and finish Berserk Boots. That's very scary.
Yeah, pretty insane at a flip trick. Has been just getting kill after kill on that bot side. In that last fight, flashes in with the spray and pray to get that final kill onto Seiru. I'm interested to see how this Twitch is going to be able to be kept alive. You could do also things like, I believe it was the Submarine, where you go invis or camouflage with the Twitch, you channel on top of that, and then boom, you got 2 people on top of you without even knowing.
Okay, I like that analogy, the Submarine.
Yeah, the Submarine trick there with the Shen plus Twitch combo. You can see there, Divine Sunderer picked up for Hecarim in that jungle. Has a small farm lead onto this Olaf here. Jeevan has just been trying to stay alive in the map. Has been able to get the better out of these objectives, picking up both those dragons so far. While we were just talking and rambling, honestly, they were able to pick up that Rift Herald. So I'm interested to see where Chewy is going to be able to put that Rift Herald to try and make a difference. You can see there, Camouflage coming out. We'll see if that Submarine combo is going to come in here. Looks like it's not just yet. Rift Herald does get that charge onto that mid lane tier 1. A lot of damage onto that already. Pretty good so far. But there is a lot of wave clear from the side of the Falcons.
Yeah, and looking at items right now, we do see, as you did mention, the Divine Sunder onto the Hecarim is already complete. That is pretty scary. Shen did finish his Sunfire. I still call it Cape. I don't know. I refuse to call it Aegis. And now Nico just finished the Rocket Belt, as we mentioned before, Kraken Slayer on the Twitch, and the Imperial Mandate on the Lulu. So. But just the Night Harvester and Core Drinker.
Yeah, only those 2 items picked up for the side of the Falcons. A little bit of gold, just a big influx of gold, actually, excuse me, for that bot lane early on. Flip Trick and Prince Sky were just able to get so much gold at the early stages. And this Imperial Mandate, S tier item, if I may say so myself. This item is absolutely disgusting on so many supports right now. I think we've all seen the Maokai. The Imperial Mandate just absolutely run our cheeks in. So I hope this Imperial Mandate on this Lulu is better than something like the Moonstone Renewer that we've seen a lot of supports go. But here is Juicy Chewy on the bot side. Has to blow flash. Alpha Saber already using that to get away. But here is Hero 39. Does ult on top of Juicy Chewy. Gonna be able to stay alive. Lizard Girl trying to flash over the wall. Does not Hero 39 to follow. But here comes the Akali across the map. He goes flying in. Here is the Nico on the other side of that dude. They do pick up the kill onto Alpha Seru. The Sakali was not able to be the difference maker. Pulsar was not able to do it. Here comes the Shockwave trying to find some more damage. Kumi in that bot lane trying to be the difference maker. Jeevan not able to get those auto attacks down just yet. The Q does come out. Here comes some more Qs. He's trying to follow up. Here comes the Ragnarok. Some more damage is come out. On the backside of that though, they do pick up the tower. One more attack will do it. Jeevan able to get away barely with a little bit of help.
I was on the edge of my seat there. That was very intense. Also, I was correct. Alistair did get the locket, locket of the iron.
Oh yeah, Locket. The name of Locket. Yeah, I'd be forgetting that thing all the time, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these support items, just, names you just can't remember.
Yeah.
But here is the 3rd dragon. It is going to go into the favor of the Eagles, able to win that last team fight, pick up the tower on the bot side. It is going to get spotted out here, but no contest from the side of the Falcons.
That's smart. If they ran in there, that just would have been a death trap. But we do see that Alpha did finish his Kraken Slayer, so hopefully now he will have a little bit better presence when it comes to some trading.
Yeah, we'll be looking towards some of that. Uh, honestly, it is a pretty strong pick on the Ashe. Once you get that Rune Ants, you're able to just proc it on so many members. Pulsar up here, not getting the best out of this trade up here on this bot side. Hero does have those Merc treads that we were talking about. Able to just sustain up with the grass plus Merc treads and just stay alive against the Kali on this top side. Leandry's now finished for Kumi in the mid lane, so if he wasn't doing a damage before, now he definitely is. Leandry's pretty strong item right now. Archaic Pulsar having to blow the ultimate to get away, but here is Jeevan. He's going to be looking to try and gang up on this Hero 39, but TP coming in from the rest of his team, though. We'll see if Zolda can be the difference maker. Does use the ultimate, not going to be able to stun him up just yet. Well, a little bit more damage will do it. Does pick up the kill onto the Olaf right now. He's going to try to get away. TP coming out. Can they find him? Oh, no. They kill him in the end there. Kind of cheeky to try and get away with that TP on that top side. Pulsar. They're mad.
We do see the probable taking of this first top turret now. Thanks to the assist from Flip Trick on the Twitch.
Yeah, Flip Trick and the Nico are up here now, able to push down that top tier 1. Gonna push in some more waves here. The Baron is spawning here very soon. We'll see which team is going to posture around it. Try to, look for that objective early on, or if they're gonna try and wait. Might be a pick here onto Jeevan. He does get rooted up so far by this Nico. Jeevan getting real low, uses Scorching to try and stay alive. Zoldyck is just getting run down. Killua looking for some more. Onslaught of Shadows does come out, flees him up. Juicy Chewy picking up the kill onto him now. Solid out of him. Just block up that Olaf there. Jeevan just did not respect that they did not have vision on that top side.
Very unfortunate turn of events. If they wanted to now, they could easily turn onto Baron.
Yeah, dead jungler equals easy Baron most of the time. It looks like they're just going to be pushing in onto these this mid tier 2 now. They do end up getting it. This mid inhibitor tower now going to be getting some damage onto it. Oh, Shockwave just comes out, finds 3. Oh man, Pulsar going in now, flies in with the display of talent. I can't remember the name of that ability. Excuse me. The Kumi is able to get a big shockwave, but it's not going to mean much. Here comes the Tondo. 2 people up there. The Change Crystal Arrow just laying onto the Twitch, but now some more damage is going to be going down. Blizzard Girl is in the middle of this fight, trying to stay alive. Princess Sky barely staying alive in the end there. Nobody goes down.
Wow. I mean, just watching all these plays, it's amazing to see how like, I guess you could say lucky people get out when it comes to certain things, like the burn on the Prince Sky. I thought something was gonna happen there.
Yeah, Prince Sky barely able to stay alive in the end there. I'm surprised nobody ignited him. This Blizzard Girl did not end up using that ignite onto him. Could have been enough just to end his life there. You can see there, I kind of casted it in the middle of the moment. I barely ended up seeing it. Alpha Saber with a clutch Enchanted Crystal Arrow onto Flip Trick. That Twitch was not able to get that spray and pray down until the end of that fight. It could have been a much different fight if he did end up walking up. That Enchanted Crystal Arrow from Alpha Saber was just the difference maker over there. Nobody ends up going down, but as we said earlier, that mid tier 2 was taken. So we'll see which team is going to be posturing around this Baron now.
As we do see the Eagles start to get vision onto the Baron, looks like they may try and set up a fight at the Dragon Pit, and then just go straight for Baron and possibly end the game if the death timers will allow it.
Yeah, if these death timers not insanely long just yet. Juicy Chewy just around this dragon. They're trying to keep control of the vision and of this river right now. They realize that this could be sole point for the side of the Falcons, so they're trying to deny it for them for sure, while also securing themselves a second Infernal Drake. Pretty strong on them, just between the Twitch and the Hecarim and this Nico. You have so much damage in between those 3 champions. Those Infernal Drakes do start to add up once you have a couple of them.
Now it does seem that the Falcons do have control of the pit. They did secure the absolute vision. They're starting to
Yeah,
back
they do
away.
share vision. Both teams now posturing around this Verto Dragon. It is the second of the game. Could be the third for the Falcons, while the second for the Eagles. We'll see which team decides to make the pull onto this trigger. It does flash in, flashes backwards on accident. Onslaught of Shadows now comes into the back line. Nico is also here. They find another one going down. Kali on the side though, able to assassinate Flip Trick on the backside of that. Double kill now for the Nico. It is a 3 kills for 1. So overall, Falcons getting the worst of that trade. They do lose the Dragon as well. A little bit earlier on the engagement there, while Juicy Chew just able to lock up 3 members from the side of the Falcons. Solid team fight out of them.
Yeah, that was a fantastic use of the Onslaught of Shadows. On top of that, actually made him unstoppable.
Made that man bigger than life itself. So pretty good out of Prince Sky to keep his carries alive in that fight. Vulture now up here in the top lane, brawling again once again with Hero. As you can see, not getting the better of these trades anymore. Pulsar is just getting beat down. Zoldyck, or Kilo Zoldyck is up here on his top side. Going to be trying to mow down Jeevan. Does not get tricked up by that Nico clone. He's running away now. There's another Q. These Undertows are just doing tons of damage. Hero gets knocked back by his own team. He's now in between 3 members. They're going to be able to lock him down. Hero trying to use his E to get away. Doesn't flash over the wall in the end there. Zoldyck barely staying alive. Gets the root down. Lives with a tiny little bit of health. And Moospeed now coming in from the shield of this Oriana. They do pick up the shutdown onto him. Another kill for the side of the Falcons. They're just running these people down. Eagles cannot stay alive. Flash, headbutt pulverize just come out. Juicy Chewy getting locked up here. Sun comes out for him. Also the shadows trying to get away. Uses the blast cone to barely stay alive. And that is going to be a 2-0 for the side of the Falcons. Solid of them to notice that the enemy members on the side of the Eagles were locked up in that top side and that they were stuck and not able to get away.
Yeah, that was a very good team fight for them. Unfortunately, the Twitch and the Lulu were pushing the mid inhibitor tower, so they weren't able to turn on Baron. As you do see,
we're not able to turn on anything, but the ball lane from the Eagles, as you were just saying, they were in a little bit of a bad position. Can he get away? Does not Flip Trick trying to get that cheeky getaway. Does end up going down in the end there, trying to sneak away as a little rat he is. Does not end up doing it. They do find him in the end there. Pick up another pickup kill from the Olaf. Even now 4, 3, and 5 on this Olaf.
I smell comeback potential.
Yeah, this is looking like a very good comeback angle for the side of the Falcons. Two dragons for themselves. They are still 6k gold down, mostly because of those 6 towers to 1 that Eagles have accrued for themselves. Seru just trying to farm up, has not been able to get in any of these fights really, has just been playing way clear duty. As we can see there, now picked up that Rune's Hurricane. Gonna be pretty strong on the 2-item power spike. This is not to say though that Flip Trick is not strong himself. Which we've seen, those 1v9 montage moments that these these Twitches just run through enemy teams at the Baron Pit. So they just really have to keep track of where that Twitch is in these fights, and it should be a pretty easy, tracking of him to keep him out of the fights.
Mm-hmm. And all the items that everyone's building is pretty standard. Kind of surprised that even did go for the Sterix Gauge second.
Yeah, Sterix Gauge, pretty good item though. I can see why he went for it. Doesn't want some more tankiness as he's running in through the team fights.
I personally do feel like that stance might be a little bit more beneficial. That combine that with the Gore Drinker, that healing would just be off the charts.
Yeah, that healing would be absolutely disgusting alongside the Conquer. You would just be able to drain tank out of any situation in the world. Voice Stat picked up. Sorry, go ahead.
So now we wait for the Spirit Visage.
Right, the Spirit Visage just amplify that healing even more. You got that Lulu there as well. On the other side though, it's probably gonna be looking to just polymorph you as soon as you run in. So I'm interested to see which team is gonna pull the trigger around these objectives. We can see the Dragon now spawning up here pretty soon. See which team is going to be able to pull the trigger. 30 seconds now on that Dragon. Jeevan now using those undertows to try and catch somebody out. Not going to mean much, though, just yet.
Ooh, very good. Whatever the E is called on Ash.
Yeah, pretty good hawk shot to spot all 5
Hawk
members.
Yeah, spotted all 5 members. Very good use of that. So now they know that they probably should not contest this dragon because they still know that they do have the weaker team fight.
They do still have, they still are in a deficit. That 6,000 gold has not changed for the last few minutes. So we can already see they're pushing onto this dragon. 3 Infernal Dragon is going to be pretty significant now. Tons of damage you're going to get from that passive. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow does land into the Lulu. Can you burst her down before she's able to stay alive? Alpha does pick up the kill onto her just so far. Lost on the Shadow's not able to do much, but nobody's onto Killua so far. Flip Trick is now just mowing through the enemy team. He's going to be able to stay alive in the end there, just flash heal away. Jeevan now getting real low as well. It is just an ace for the side of the Eagles. Solid out of them to pick up those 5 kills.
That might be GG. If they're able to clear ahead that fast, then it's not looking very good.
This is a game-ending play angle for the side of the Eagles. After winning that team fight, they're able to get this inhibitor. Going to be looking for this Baron right now. It is going to be pretty bad for the side of the Falcons to stay in this one.
I feel like they could have ended there.
Yeah, you could have looked for the end there. It looks like the Eagles, though, they're just going to play it safe. They don't want to take any risks. No base rescue missions by the side of this Alistar plus Ash combo. It looks like they're going to go for the safe play, go for this Baron, push in that bot wave most likely, and then try to pressure on from there.
We can't wait to see all of the items that are picked up now that this Baron has been caught, and the Ace, and their soul point drag.
If they wanted to play the most absolute safe, probably too safe mode, or version way, I guess, any one of those things, you could just wait for that 4th Infernal, absolutely destroy with the amount of damage you're going to have off that, lick to poke with Lulu plus, Nico. Something I want to point out here, though, is the amount of healing cut that side of the Falcons have picked up for themselves. 2 Executioners on both the carries there. The Kumi not able to pick up his Oblivion Orb just yet. They do have so much healing on the side of the Eagles there between, the Hecarim plus Shen. They're just going to be able to heal through a lot of the damage and initial burst that comes out from the side of the Eagles, or the Falcons there. Oh, wow. That's a lot of damage. Almost going absolutely numb there. Juicy Chewy going into the back lines, not able to find anything outside of Shadows. Does go a little bit wide, able to pick up the kill on the end there onto Alpha's Hero. Here comes the Nico, though. Uses Pop Blossom to knock up 3 people. They are rooted, but they can still attack. They're not going to be done fighting just yet. Juicy Chewy staying alive through all of the stair stages. Now proc on him is able to just take every amount of damage that's coming his way. Juicy Chewy, this man is unstoppable. And Nico as well. Zoldyck, the kill with Zoldyck is able to just do so much in that last fight. This is going to be the game here. Falcons are going to be going down. Eagles do pick up the last team fight to win them the game. It's all out of them to find these last few fights that just guarantee themselves the end of this game.
That was a pretty good game for the split opener. Unfortunate that it kind of went, or the game was kind of decided earlier on, but I still do think that the Falcons did put up a very good fight. Just unfortunate that hard CC counters slightly less hard CC.
Yeah, and there's somewhat of a champ diff. Hecarim at the later stages of the game just going to be able to do a lot more than that Olaf. So overall, solid out of the Eagles to pick up this win against the Falcons. Both teams played their hearts out for sure in this game. Just overall, those early mishaps from the side of the Falcons were not enough to keep them in that game. Overall, I got to give my MVP there to Juicy Chewy, just able to find so much in those last few fights. Big onslaughts of Shadows, followed up there by Killua Zoldyck with that Pop Blossom at the end there. You saw how much CC they were able to get down just between those 2 people. And then once the team showed up, it was pretty much GG at that last fight.
So I don't really have anything else to say besides the damage graphs. Yeah. So now So now coming up in a second, you can vote for your player of the game. While we go into a short break, while we get ready for our game 2.
Yeah, we'll be right back after this break. Next game is going to be up shortly.
Broken promises, oh, they just haunt me. I'm locked inside, these feelings can't be free.
Just a quick question, Sauce Better. Y'all do
Now I'm here wishing for a time machine, time machine.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the little analyst desk that we have here. So, what ended up happening is you guys voted for Mr. Juicy Chewy from the Eagles as your player of the game. With those crazy ganks, I can definitely see why. He played the jungle incredibly well, was able to stay far ahead of that Olaf and farm throughout most of the game, which is pretty amazing considering the sort of matchup weaknesses that can happen between the two. But overall, the pathing as well as the overall team fight synergy from Mr. Juicy Chewy. Very few mistakes, only that one little mistake up from the rest of his team, but I think that was just a miscommunication. Other than that, I think the entire team played incredibly well. And before we do head over to the next game's draft, do we have any comments from our casters?
I just GG to both teams.
I just gotta agree with all the people who voted for him. Player of the game, I gave it to him at the end of the cast there. I just thought he played insane. This man was going in, finding 3-man onslaught of shadows onto the enemy backline, just absolutely destroying everybody. So yeah, I gotta agree with the people in the chat. You guys voted for the right player of the game.
Definitely. So I'm gonna send it up right off the draft. Have a good time, you guys. Let's see what we got.
Waiting game is the best. There we go. So, the Dragons. Funny story, Gundo. This is one of the original pre-made teams. Every single member that's on it was on the original Dragons pre-made team.
We got some OGs up in here.
Yeah, and this is draft, not even pre-made.
Man, it's insane. You guys are just staying together through thick and thin, through win or loss. I feel it. I like that. Dragons versus Panthers in this second game. I'm interested to see what this is going to land us. First opening week here for the Legends Esports. I'm excited to see how it's going to go.
Yeah, for the bans, we do see Graves and Kindred banned by the Dragons and Theon by the Panthers. I wanted to make a joke there, but I didn't want to force it.
Panthmord?
Pantherons.
Oh man. Pantherons?
Yeah, I don't know. Don't make it sick, please.
Hey man, you gotta stick with it. You gotta make it land, regardless. You can see Malzahar, third rotation bad for the Dragons already. Mordekaiser Panth, as we talked about earlier, are gone. Kindred Grays also taken away from the table. Those 280 carry, hyper carry junglers gone now for the side of the Panthers. They do not want Ingratus playing that at all.
As much as I hate it, I would love to see Ingratus play an AP jungle carry.
Yeah, we'll see if he opts into something like an Evelyn, Lilia, some of these more, like you said, AP jungle carries that we see some people play sometimes. We'll see what they are pitching that jungle pool a little bit. Go ahead.
This Akali man, they definitely don't want Axe having a somewhat easy time in this game. He is hard to ban out. Like, you're gonna hear the term Axe diff from time to time. It's actually true.
The Axe diff can be real then.
Yes.
Yeah. This man. So would you say this man has a champion ocean then?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. He has a champion universe.
Galaxies upon galaxies, universes. Axrid, the man, the myth, unstoppable champ pool. Just keeps growing. Kali, like you said, is banned out now. Morgana, first pick there for the Dragons. Going to be going down to XLs most likely in that bot lane. We'll see what he can do with that pick.
Bells, he's a very good mage or enchanter support player. I was definitely a little bit surprised that they let the Morgana get through.
Morgana does come through, does find itself being picked up here. We'll see what these next two picks are going to be for the Panthers on the red side. Morgana pretty good at shutting down a lot of these engage carries or engage supports down there on the bot side, whether it's a Thresh, Alistar. A lot of these picks can get shut down just by one Morgana Q. Kaisa, pretty good pickup there. S tier pick. What are your opinions on?
I hate going against it. and I've never had a good experience with one on my team. So
Yeah, Kai'Sa definitely one of those hyper carry scaling bot laners right now in the current meta. After those reworks for the AD carry items at the start of preseason, we've seen her going up a lot in priority. A lot of the major leagues like LCS, LPL, a lot of these, the big leagues, they've been going for the Kaisas in the early stages of the draft as well. So I'm interested to see it picked up here. Lulu as well alongside that. We just saw a Lulu win in the last game. So I'd like to pick up there for the Panthers.
and especially since the Lulu is going to be on Nero, apparently the #1 ranked support for the draft is split, which he definitely deserves it. Again, he's another very, very good enchanter support player, so seeing him on Lulu is not that big of a surprise, but it's definitely going to be fun to see this sustain lane versus this very obvious kill lane.
Yeah, the Aphelios plus Morgana there is pretty strong as well. Aphelios, so you're going to be looking to get a few items before you can really be a difference maker on that bot side. After those nerfs last year, he definitely found himself in a much harder position. But we all know he's still capable of doing those 1v9 big carry moments, as we've seen, where he just ults and absolutely destroys everybody. Last pick here in this first rotation coming out.
Especially since one of his abilities is just stupid, infinite range.
Infinite range abilities. 200 years meme still alive and well. Wukong now picked up there for the Dragons. We'll see what the Panthers are going to be lucky in for this last first rotation pick.
Monkey.
The Naruto monkey, as I like to call him. Reminds me a lot of Third Hokage's monkey, if anybody understands that reference.
I understand it. It's okay.
For sure.
You're not alone, man. Do you see a Jarvan? Come on, do it.
Jarvan might get picked up here as the jungler. The Wukong is definitely a flex pick. Could either take it top or in the jungle.
Temple, he definitely has a nasty Wukong, so I would expect that to be up there.
All right, then we'll be looking at see Temple pilot that Wukong in that top lane. Second rotation of bans is going to be starting here. We'll see what Panthers decide to take off the table. We could see some mid lane bans going away towards Axrid. Hopefully they can pinch his pool even more, even though this man has a champion ocean or universe, as we talked about earlier.
Diana Vigar.
Pretty good. Xerath as well. Xerath well taken away.
That was an instant Xerath ban.
They don't want to see the Fox play that in the mid lane.
Yeah. Last ban. Taking a little bit of time on this one. Kind of surprised. I feel like they should just, go for it and ban out Darius. Because Sugar Daddy Draven, he plays his brother.
Plays the brother of Darius. He doesn't have that name for no reason.
Huh.
We'll see what is going to come out. Victor as well banned away. This mid lane champ pool is absolutely getting blasted. You can see
Seriously.
6 mid lane bans already on the table between both teams. Panthers with the second rotation first pick. We'll see what they decide to go for here. They still do need their mid and top laner. It might be a Jarvan top, but I find that highly unlikely. It has fallen a little bit out of the meta currently.
I don't think it was ever in the meta.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not top. Oh, there it is. Malphite pick.
Ooh.
That's some wombo if I've ever seen some. Just wild growth that Malphite as he's flying onto the back line. That's what I like to see.
That's trapped in a shockwave, or not shockwave, whatever Jarvan's old name is. I always forget. Like, whenever I know what they are, but then the moment I want to talk about them, it just leaves my mind. Eruption or something? I don't know.
Cataclysm, something like
Cataclysm.
that. I can't remember completely.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you, Salt. We do see the Shen picked up. Oh, is this a possible River Shen?
It could be possibly. So you got those two flex picks, right? I'm interested to see where these champs are gonna go. Could even be a Wukong mid. We never know.
Please be a River Shen.
Oh, Echo now picked up for the Dragons. Probably gonna be going towards Maxford in that mid lane. River Shen is highly a possibility. I'm interested to see if they do end up going for that.
Come on, please. I know you can hear me. I know you dragons can hear me. Play Shen, River Shen. I don't care if that's not what you're going for.
Nivea now picked up for the side of the Panthers. They are hovering it. We'll see if they decide to go for it in the end.
So they picked Nivea. So yeah, they are looking for some heavy wombos coming out. Wow, like they're relying on all of them ults. And this team fights are gonna be heated.
Yeah, these team fights are definitely going to be nasty. Wombo is going to be coming in and out from both sides. XL's on that. Morgana's going to be definitely just be trying to keep his Aphelios alive after everybody's trying to dunk on him. I'm interested to see this Nibit is an S tier pick at the current patch. Pretty strong champion right now after the item reworks and after preseason. Strong champion for himself in that mid lane. The Fox is going to be able to use that to put in some work. So we're just going to be running through the draft once more here on the actual client. Get these guys set up and ready to go in this game.
Please tell me that you actually want to see a River Shen in this game.
Man, I play River Shen. How can I not want to see it?
I do too. I played it in Clash.
Yeah, man, River Shen.
Or the other day.
It's underrated. I think it's a pretty strong pick. I remember, I think it was TSM's Spica. He played it in the finals or something.
Yep.
This year or last year, excuse me. So I'm interested to see if they're actually going to go towards that River Shen. I think it's a strong pick. Your clear isn't that bad. It looks like it's going to be Chop Shen though. So.
Oh. Temple, you're on my list now for people I respect. Standing up to the man.
Yeah. Standing up to him for sure. Another Shen though, we saw one last game. It did end up getting the dub in that last Eagles versus Falcons game. So I'm interested to see if they can find another win on it right now. It is going to go for the Wukong jungle. Fractal Furcus is going to be able to pilot that in that jungle as well as Axtrid on this Echo for the mid lane.
Right now, Wukong is as strong in the jungle as he is in the top lane, which is very hard to say about a lot of champs that can go both ways.
Yeah, sometimes these flex picks are not entirely flex picks, but more cheese picks, if I'm being honest. Some of these flex picks can be just absolute difference makers, or they can absolutely lose you the game. So I'm interested to see if they can pilot this Wukong to its absolute potential, because like you said, it is as strong in the jungle as it is in the top lane. I want to see it work. I want to see it, carry this game. Gourd Drinker on Wukong is absolutely disgusting, just because you like to go in with your Cyclone there and just put in tons of work on that.
It's like spin to win Garen, but primal.
Before Garen was a man, Wukong had to walk. So Wukong, Primal Garen as the reference. Yeah, Primal Garen equals Wukong is what we're going for here on the cast today. Both teams are set up now. We're just going to be waiting here for spectator delay and the loadouts to be chosen, and we'll be in the game shortly here. Aphelios Morgana, what's your opinion on that bot lane?
I feel like it's going to be a little weak against the Kai'Sa Lulu. That's just me. I feel like the Black Shield is definitely going to come in handy for a lot of possible ganks or engages, like in the mid-ish laning phase. So
Yeah, I see what you're pointing at here. A Black Shield can be a pretty defensive ability to use, or it is completely defensive ability, excuse me. But when it comes to these ganks and stuff, you gotta try and just use it at the right time. If you misclick that, it could just spell the death for both you and your AD carry there.
So now you can put up your vote for your pick to win this game. The Dragons or the Panthers. Who do you have in the end?
For me, I have the Panthers. I just like the wombo that they've been able to draft up for themselves. Plus having that Lulu plus Kaisa, two very strong S tier picks in that bot lane. So I'm going to be giving it towards Panthers just based off this draft right now.
Very fair. I honestly could go both ways. I feel like what's missing in the Dragons bot lane kind of makes up in their top and jungle.
Yeah, for sure. I can see that. Pretty aggressive. Yep.
And Bonkman, Bonkman monkey out here.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what they can do on that Wukong versus that Jarvan in the jungle there. This Echo versus Anivia matchup, I don't think Echo gets the better of the early stages of the game. Anivia pretty oppressive in lane. Honestly, this champ has been absolutely disgusting to play against in solo queue and in just games in general. I've always hated seeing it on the enemy team. So the Fox playing it is giving me a little bit of hope that the Panthers are going to come in here with the dub just because this champion is absolutely disgusting.
Also, just saying this now, if we mispronounce anybody's name, we apologize. Like we know that the fox could also be pronounced Defoe, which I've heard more of. But yeah.
All right.
It's just a lot of
Yeah, please flame me either in chat or anywhere you see me on the Discord channel about your names. I will get it right the next time.
Yeah, just PM him and call him dumb.
PM me, call me anything you want to call me. Just tell me, let me fix your name there. I definitely don't want to be saying anybody's in-game names wrong.
Yeah, still waiting for the spectator delay. Do you have any final thoughts?
Final thoughts going into this game. I definitely want to see some wombo out of the Panthers. I talked about it earlier, but I think it is a must if you want to win this game. If you're going to try and like side lane or push the sides, 1-3-1, that kind of stuff, I don't think it's going to work if you're the Panthers. You have to be trying to team fight. So for them, I think it's crucial that around these objectives that you get a double TP in, just try to get your carries defended right behind you, and then team fight front to back, and then try to wombo the enemy team. Because if you're not doing that, I don't see a world where you can outpace or outside lane the enemy team.
Yeah.
We're going to be going in here into break shortly as we get into this game, and once we're all in and ready, we'll be right back.
I saw you smile from across the bar. Yeah, she was pretty and so close but so far. She flipped her hair and I thought this can't be true. How does a man like me get someone like you? And then she looked at me and I was confused. Everyone here can't be the one that she'll choose. And I looked back and saw the spark in her eyes. This can't be real, my head's telling me lies. The night is young and I think this could go far. The sky is dark but you're my shooting star. Could see your face reflect upon the moon. It was a pretty summer night in June. And then she looked at me and I was confused. Everyone here can't be the one that she'll choose. And I looked back and saw the spark in her eyes. This can't be real, my head's telling me lies. Just like that, you're coming closer to me. Come shake me, grab me, so I wake up from this dream. I can't breathe, come at me. I don't know if I can speak. Then she said, come with me and let's be free.
All right, everybody, we're back into this game here. We got the Dragons versus the Panthers. Excited to see which one of these guys is going to come out on top in the end here. And for the side of the Dragons, on the blue side, we have in the top lane Temple on that Shen pick, Fractal and Furcus in the jungle on that Wukong, Extra in the mid lane running on that Echo, JS Chaotic on that Felios in the bot lane, as well as XLs as support on that Morgana.
Man, look at that 5 point and then a 4.5 point. Let's go.
Going halfway on that side. And for the red side, though, for the Panthers, we have in the top lane Sugar Daddy Draven on the Malphite and Gratis in the jungle on the Jarvan. Defoe, or DeFox, Defoe, on the Anivia in the mid lane. Wolven Alchemist in the bot lane alongside Nairo running that Kaisa plus Lulu combo.
I'm kind of confused. Why would I personally like to build tank J4 when I play him. So I would typically go. It would be Hailblade now, but because I would have thought that they would have taken the opposite jungle items that they did.
Yeah, the skirmishers versus the slowing, chilling smite. I think you're right. You definitely want that chilling smite on the Jarvan to try and engage a little bit easier. But I think it's fine.
Man, I miss Cinder Hulk.
Oh man, Cinder Hulk. Good old days.
Wow, surprising amount of damage this early from the Malphite. I guess.
Yeah, man.
You guys were right about the Comet.
Yeah, the Comet able to do a lot of work. Q does land. Dark Binding does hit onto Wolven Alchemist. We get some poke down onto him on his bot side. Axrid getting a bad trade already early on. About half his health already taken from this Anivia. Like I said, man, Defoe gonna be doing some work on that Anivia in the mid lane. Champ is absolutely disgusting.
If it wasn't bad enough, you get slowed, you get stunned, you get walled away, and she doesn't die.
Yeah, man, you just can't die. You get zoned off every wave you want. And you just have wave clip for days. Can already see getting pushed in here on the bot side is the team of the Dragons. Both JS Chaotic and XL's getting pushed in right now. Not able to do too much against that Kaisa for the Lulu combo. Able to just get poked out right now. Meanwhile, on the top side, Temple getting the better of that top lane so far. Able to push in this Malphite. Sugar Daddy Draven on that Malphite.
Arrow's really poking down Chaotic.
Extra going in here using the parallel convergence to try to get a shield. Not able to find anything. Already at half health. Only has one pot left. Not going too good for him in that mid lane so far. Defoe going in. Not look for the flash ignite just yet. Playing it safe.
Flash ignite, he is TP.
Not bad.
Yeah,
I saw his electrocute. I was like, he got ignite right now.
Yeah, man, you always gotta go for that flash TP play.
Yeah, man. Flash TP, match the enemy laner. Here comes the Jarvan though in the mid lane. And Gratis not able to find anything. Just gets an auto down onto Axrid. Does not find anything just yet. Solid out of him though to look for that early, early gank onto him. You can see possibly a jungle skirmish up here, and Gratis now and Fectual first. Now looking to fight here. Axrid is over the wall, uses the E, but here comes some more damage. Axrid, one more auto tech will do it. Comes back in. EQ over the wall is him. Fectual and Fergus now finds the kill back onto it, and Gratis 1-for-1 so far in this game.
Very exciting turn of events. Kill onto the mid laner in the jungle. The Wukong is definitely the stronger carry. one of the stronger carries for the Dragons, and the Nivea obviously. So it's pretty even right now. I'm liking where this is going.
Root just come down here on the bot side. Nairo getting rooted up there. Wolven Akram is taking a bunch of damage, or doing a bunch of damage onto Exo. He's gonna be looking for some more. Gets rooted up now by the W from this Aphelios there. I don't remember the name of that spell, but here Chaotic picks up a kill onto him. Rooted up now is Angrada. He's gonna be flashing over the wall. Does find the parallel conversions onto the Lulu. Rooted up is him, and now a double kill for JS Chaotic on that bot side. Actually, he's gonna be looking for some more, though. He does get rooted up there. The foe now stopped in his tracks, and Grada's gonna be still looking to fight, but he should have got away when he could. Has to flag and drag away. The foe not having to flash over a wall to get away. Solid 2-for-1 kill for the side of the Dragons.
That was 2 for oh.
Yeah, 2-for-0. Excuse me.
Yeah, all good.
Chaotic alpha move flashes over the wall. Just to, oh man, that was kind of gave you some chills there, man. That was kind of cool.
What happened in this top lane? Why are they both so low?
It is just a brawl up there, man. I think we've all seen the meme of where the junglers are playing chess, but the top laners are in a boxing match in that top side. Both Temple and Sugar Daddy Draven just brawling it out. Both of them trying to find a solo kill onto the other. First Dragon is now picked up. Dragon is picked up for the side of the Dragons. Gonna be pretty satisfied with that first objective in their pocket.
I feel like Sugar Daddy Draven could easily just ult on to Temple and take him out.
Yeah,
Especially
Temple...
throwing cheese wheels.
Yeah, man, those cheddar wheels, those Parmesan wheels flying at him. Temple not going to be able to survive that burst if he doesn't end up going for it. Looks like he's trying to set up a freeze up here. Temple cannot back because he just froze that wave. He does have no flash, so he might look for an engage onto him if he does walk up. Sugar Daddy Draven is in kill range for the Temple. He's not going to be looking for it just yet. Is waiting out, playing it patiently. One more move will do it. He flashes in, toss in. Does not find it just yet. Flash away, does find the solo kill. Temple, in the end there, does kill Sugar Daddy Draven.
Good show of patience there from Temple. Like, that was very...
Yeah, he waited for that, for sure.
Yeah. Like, just knowing me personally, I know that wouldn't have gone my way if I tried that.
Man, would have flash ulted away and you would have been... you'd have been with nothing left to survive. Jarvan now just farming up his top side there, and Gratis gonna be looking to get some more far back in his favor. Did die already twice in the last 2 engagements that the team had. It is 5-1 in kills right now, 1,000 gold lead for the favor of the Dragons. Not looking too bad in the early stages of this game.
Looking at it now, I feel like Ingrotus definitely decided that he's just gonna build tank. Might be building towards that Sunfire cape, and Malphite does as well, so that would be very scary. Bind does miss, Polymorph.
Polymorph, it goes down, and actually does have to ult away in the end there, uses the Chrono Break to go back into position. Looked for an engage onto Defoe, but it wasn't enough. His jungler, Ingratus, was right there waiting in the wings. Another Dark Binding. Exos has just been nasty with these Dark Bindings, finding so much damage. Nairo has to run away before JS Chaotic can find anything else. Another one! Dark Binding. Can we get a counter on this guy as to how many he has hit? That is nasty.
Stop put a counter on stream. Don't really. Just a joke, buddy.
This has been insane to see. Here is the Wukong Fractal and Ferkus is up here in the top line. Does Unstoppable Force away. He's not going to get locked up. He does flash on top of him, though. Cyclone does lock him up. A little bit more damage would do. He does flash under tower. He goes in with the E there. Does pick up the kill onto Sugar Daddy Draven. Another kill for the side of the Dragon.
Good consistency with Ferkus. He's definitely letting the Panthers know that he's just not gonna go away. Will always be there. Was that another binding that landed?
I think it was just the pull there from the Morgana. Tried to show him, hey, we know you're there. And Gratis has to back away. And Gratis has not used his Cataclysm just yet in the stage any stage yet. He just hit that level 6. We'll see where he decides to use it. This bot side, though, is completely warded, lit up like a circus. We'll see what they can do. Using that general pressure that he's accrued for himself. Rift Herald is being taken on the other side, though. Fractal and Furcus looking for that objective himself.
Jeez, Wheel of Death. Back on it. There's the TP go.
Here comes an engagement on the bot in the mid lane here. Actually, now probably getting locked up. Flag and Drag goes completely wide. Here is the Wukong, though. Does use the Q. A lot of damage there coming from Defoe, though. Fractal and Fergus does stay alive. Shan Ultimate now coming in. That Stand United does come out to save his life. Defoe barely able to stay alive in the end there. Temple keeping his mid laner alive. XL is here as well. It is the 4-man party in the mid lane for the side of the Dragons. Action having to flash away. A little bit greedy to try and stay in that pool, that Anivia pool there. A little bit disrespectful.
Somebody picked up both of those kills, and that would be very hard to stop. Because that would be an insane snowball. After that back, that would have been a finished first item, which I forget what the new build is for Anivia. Considering their last chapter.
I believe it's Leandry's now? I'm not sure, though.
Probably. That sounds right.
Yeah, you get so much burn with that, and Demonic Embrace, it can be hard to deal with. Second Dragon now coming up here soon. It is going to be a Cloud Drake. Looks like the side of the Panthers are already looking to move over towards it. They do have some mid-wave priority, as well as bot lane now getting pushed in. Looks like they're going to be looking to start it up, try to secure themselves with one of those objectives.
Even though they're down 3k, well, about 2.5k gold, they're not like powering away very easily. There's a lot of farm consistencies.
Yeah, now they're gonna get pushed away here. Temple did TP in there. Here goes another TP from the Echo. Does get rooted up there by another Dark Monitoring. XL has just been locking up anybody he sees. But Axford is flashing in. XL goes in under the tower. That Navia Q does land. Stops them in their tracks before they can find anything else. We're gonna flash. Does not mean anything else. XL is now getting locked up here by a wall. Side of the Dragons have just been able to find, objective after objective, fight after fight. They've been finding everything in the early stages of this game. Solid play out of them.
So we do have an Ocean Soul on our hands. Another binding.
Hexels, man. This guy he does not care if there's a Jarvan in his face. Does get Cataclysm now. The rest of the team is here. XLs maybe went too far now. Does get stunned up. Both of the members of side of the Panthers. It's not going to mean anything. Woven Alchemist picks up the kill on to XLs.
Oh, it's so close to having a 12.5-minute tower, unless they get it now.
Axford and Fractal and Fergus are in the tower. Has to use a Chrono Break right in the tower. Gets absolutely obliterated by Anivia. Defoe in a 1v2. Just put it in some work. He's not going to get stopped. Now he's looking for more. He flashes in now onto him. E comes out. A little bit more damage will do it. Can he find the Q? Defoe was flying in on this bird. Does not find it just yet. Cannot find it. And Gradus is here. Defoe does pick up the kill in the air. In the end there.
Very good plays. There's just constant smacking going back and forth in the top lane. Nothing has changed.
This boxing match is eternal. It will never end. Sugar Daddy Draven, Temple, they do not want to let up any of pressure. Crucially, though, Sugar Daddy Draven does have the TP to match Shen's Stand United if they decide to use it. Meanwhile, though, the Panthers are looking for some gold back in their favor, trying to pick up some plates in the mid lane here.
Yeah, and they definitely earned a lot of it back. Just right before the drag, it was about 2.5k, then it was raised to about 3, and now it's within 1. Well, 1.5.
Yeah, only 1,000, or like you said, 1,500 gold. Now standing in between these two teams. Axford playing a little bit too far up in the mid lane right now. Might have a champion Ocean, but is not going so well in this mid matchup so far. Defoe able to get the better of him in the last few fights. 3-0-0, has about a 200 gold bounty for himself. Is almost done with that Leandry's Torment or Anguish. I forget the new name of it. But he's going to be looking back now and try to find some items for himself.
Yeah, that farm diff in the mid is quite insane. But we do see now there are 2 finished on fire. Aegises for the Panthers on J4 in the Malphite. That's a very big power spike. Their team fight their team fight ability just skyrocketed.
Yeah, and
Now
Wukong.
with the
Yeah, go ahead.
it was a Ludens, not the Leandries.
Oh, I ended up going for the Ludens. Looking for some extra wave clear in that mid lane. 2 Sunfire Aegises, but that CS lead in the jungle is starting to, grow quite a bit. 96 to 68 for himself. A TP coming in now for the side of the Panthers. Are going to be looking for something onto him. Malphite is down here on the bot side. Are they going to be looking for the fight, though? Unstoppable Horse has not been used just yet. Waiting for that spell shield to go away. Sugar Daddy Draven, you have the power in your hands. Pull the trigger. You got to go in. You're getting locked up here. See the turn to fight or get stuck behind everybody. Use the ult to get away in the end there. Cyclone not going on to 2. Franklin Perkins is just in the back line. Golden Alchemist goes down in the end there. Night Bro is getting locked up on the tower. Action looks to break away. Doesn't end up gunning away in the end there. Solid out of the team. Out of the Panthers does not lose much more than that. Franklin Perkins going back in. This man does not care. Exo is going to be low though. Here comes the Carbon. Goes in and Gratis now going in on him. Stand United does not do anything except give him a small shield. Extra now getting the kill onto Nairo. Sugar Daddy Draven getting real low as well. Extra a little bit more damage. We'll do it. The auto attack. Double kill for the Anivia. Defoe is just popping off on this pick.
I'm unclear about what just happened. Was the Stand United denied? Yes, it was. Okay.
So Temple used it onto Exos, but Exos got destroyed before it could even come out.
All right. Yeah, I was just watching. I just saw death, and then I heard Shen Stand United. I'm like, wait, where's he then?
Yeah, Stand United.
That was a very good fight for the Panthers.
Yeah, pretty good out of them. They find a lot of gold back in their favor. Got a lot of the shutdowns. Mortal Shield Bow on JS Chaotic does not go down, crucially. Has a little bit of a bounty for himself as well. Sugar Daddy Draven, I was really expecting him to go back in. I don't know why he held the Unstoppable Force to turn around and get out of it. I think in that moment, it might have been easier to just, go back into the fight. At least if you die there. Ends up dying in the end there, and if he just landed the Unstoppable Force onto some of the members of the Dragons, let me hold the stock because Temple is going to get destroyed. There's the Unstoppable Force I wanted to see. Woo!
So we do see some vision being claimed around the drag. Kind of competition at this point for both of these teams. I feel now that the Dragons know that they're not just gonna walk through this team. They need to do something that gets them a very big lead, or just a gigantic team fight, as Ingrotus is doing Rift Herald.
Yeah, another objective could be possibly going, but it's stolen by Franklin Park as he gets it away. Takes the Rift Herald in the end there, and Gratis is a level down. He's not going to be able to stay alive just any longer. Cyclone is burning him down slowly. A little bit more damage will do it. Does get taken down by the Gore Drinker in the end there. Temple keeping him back to try and help him out, but he doesn't even need it. Fractal Focus now with the Rift Herald steal and a kill for himself. Solid play out of him so far.
That might be that little spike that gets Wukong out of the way.
Oh my god, this damage is insane. Defoe is just getting absolutely so much damage on JS Chaotic, but he does go a little bit too far. Flashes in at the cost of his life. 700 gold shut down into the hands of the Aphelios. They're not going to be able to pick up this dragon. Defoe, maybe a little bit of desperation there after seeing his jungler die. Maybe was trying to find a pick there. Was not able to do it. Goes down in the end. And now 3 dragons to 0 for the Dragons themselves.
Despite all of those drags, it's still a very close game. And just because the foe has turned into an egg somehow, reverse birth, I guess. It doesn't mean that his spirit is broken, and he's still gonna keep on going.
Yeah, he's into his bot lane, tries to stop this rear tail. Is going to be able to do it. I think at this point in the game, you got to move the foe into that bot side, try to get some pressure over there, and move your bot lane into the mid lane and try and break that mid tier 1 because it has not been touched at all from the side of excuse me, it was taken a little bit low earlier in the game, but it has not been touched since. So the Panthers are going to need to look for that mid lane tier 1 soon. And Gratis getting that Skull Crab over there, going to be knowing if that Baron is being started as soon as it comes up here in about 20 seconds. Default picking up this blue buff on the bot side, and we are a little bit in a halted state until more objectives start to spawn.
Whoa. But getting them tier stacks pretty fast. When I first looked down on about at 10 minutes, it was nowhere close to this 273.
Yeah, pretty good on the tier stacking so far. Anivia, notoriously one of these heavy tier stacking champions. Definitely gonna be looking to get that item, get his Archangel soon. Does pick up the Zonya's second item though. Gonna be trying to stay alive if he does get engaged on with that Zonya's. As we were talking about in the draft though, we need to see the Panthers team fight. We've only seen them team fight twice, and they've won both of those team fights. So I think the goal for them is to try and set up around one of these objectives, maybe clear out some vision, make these pockets of vision where the Dragons can't see you at all. Fractal and Fergus, though, meanwhile, as I'm talking, actually is going onto Defoe. That's a lot of damage going down so far already. Here is Fractal and Fergus, so they have a lot of damage so far. Ult going to be coming in from Fractal and Fergus. Cyclone does not do enough. Defoe picks up another kill for himself. Temple on the top side, though, now getting beat down by Sugar Daddy Draven. These Sunfire Caves are just doing tons of work for these guys, and in the end there, Temple does pick up the kill on Sugar Daddy Draven. Engage here by Gratis. Does use the Cataclysm to lock up JS Chaotic. It's not going to mean too much so far. Well, Alchemist does get exhaustion on the other side of that. Is rooted up, does go down. Actor picks up the kill onto him, and Gratis trying to stay alive. Does EQ over the wall to try and get away. In the end, he does, but it's a 1-4-1 trade on that bot side.
Oh, that was getting a little scary. That could have definitely game towards a Baron if Nairo and Angratis were taken down there.
Yeah, if Nairo or Angratis had died, it could have been a Baron angle for the side of the Dragons. Luckily, they do not. And Temple, though, meanwhile, it was kind of a play-by-play, nightmare. I had to go from top lane and bot lane. It was a little rough casting that. It was kind of insane. In the top lane, we see both the tanks just smacking each other to death. Meanwhile, everybody else on the bot side is just absolutely going ham, trying to find some kills on the enemy members. Ends up only being a 1-for-1 in the end, and we'll see which team is going to look to pressure this Baron now.
Looking at items real quick for the Dragons. As we did say before, those items, he starts to become unstoppable. Has the Immortal Shield Bow and has the Runaan's. That's pretty big for an Aphelios, especially being 3-0.
Yeah, pretty good for Aphelios. Meanwhile, though, his counterpart on the other side of the map, Wolven Alchemist, only having that Kraken Slayer plus the serrated Dirk. He went for that Q Evolve first. He's probably going to be looking for something like the Collector. And something we saw last game that we didn't see this game was that Imperial Mandate on the Lulu. But he opted in for that Moonstone Renewer. Moonstone Renewer, by a lot of esports analysts and stuff like that, has been seen as an OP item. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it's a pretty OP item as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm a little bit confused about what Temple is doing. Like, he has a finished Sunfire and has Lucidity boots, and looks like he's building towards like a Deadman's Plate.
Oh, Q does land onto Lulu, has seized the Wild Growth onto himself. Here comes the ultimate. Unstoppable Force goes on to 2 so far. Sugar Daddy Draven and his counter and his buddy in the jungle are going in. Those two. Acrid is here now. He does try to find the assassination. Does find a kill for himself, but this is just turning around. Dragons are turning this fight around. They don't care. The foe, you might be trying your best to keep this game in an even state, but it's not going to be able to. So here comes Ignivia, not able to stay alive in the end there. Gets rooted up, gets locked down. Woven Alchemist not able to stay alive either. Temple looking for the engage here. Alchemist is able to just get away in the end there. A little bit more damage to do it. He goes into the tower. Astrid, I may have been saying some things about you earlier in the game that I regret now, because you are popping off.
It only takes so long for the axe dip to come into play, as this is the Ocean Soul picked up for the dragons. Man, dragon on dragon violence, that's pretty, it's pretty dark.
Yeah, some cannibalism coming in here. Dragons looking to pick up their brethren. They
Well,
do secure that Ocean Soul.
Unless it's Cho'Gath.
Cho'Gath is a void monster, right? So
Yeah, but like, if Tempo was playing him in the top lane, then that would have been cannibalism because it's a dragon eating a dragon.
True. Regardless, the Dragons pick up the Ocean Soul. Strong for them. 5,000 gold in the lead now. 3 towers to 1. Looking pretty good in this game so far. Solid team fight out of the Panthers, though, to try and keep themselves alive. It wasn't enough in the end. A little bit too much damage coming out from the Dragons in the end. Excel's poking out as he has been doing this entire game. The foe looking to just clear up some mid lane pressure. Not going to mean too much right now, as both teams are just trying to get some Baron priority.
I think we're nearing that point where this game just goes off the deep end. Possibly now.
Yeah, and Gratis is getting locked up, but doesn't go in instead of getting out. He is locking up JS Chaotic. He's locked up. The Shen ultimate on top of that. Sand United does keep him alive for such a long time. Nairo not picking up the kill on him. On the backside, though, Temple is picking up the kills everywhere, left and right. Ultimate Unstoppable Horse finds 3. It's not going to mean much, though. It is just an absolute wipe. 4-1 so far is this fight. The Dragons have found the team fight they want. Defoe is now getting locked up as well. They're going to be looking for the end here. Defoe goes down as well. That's going to be the ace for the Dragons.
The way he turned around there, you can tell that he was trying to click like slightly off of the side of the barrier. That happens to me all the time.
Trying to get away from it so far. Baron now going to get picked up here for the side of the Dragons. You got both Ubers. You got the Ocean Soul. You got the Baron now in your pocket. Meanwhile, Actor is picking up the mid lane tier 2. It is going to look like an easy Baron pickup for the side of the Dragons.
Yeah, I think this is kind of where the sandbar meets the ocean floor. Things started to fall down for the Panthers. They had a very strong early game. It's just unfortunate timing and a few possibly like split-second decisions cost them this game because now that there's a Shen, a Wukong, an Echo that have Ocean Soul, they're not going to really be able to
not going to be able to claw themselves back into this game real easily anymore. Like you were talking about, they had a pretty decent early mid game. They found some decent fights, got Defoe ahead, but has just been turning into disaster in these team fights. You can see the idea there in the last team fight, and Gratis just goes straight onto JS Chaotic, trying to take away all the damage. But if you focus him, you still got 3 other damage threats. You have Fractal Fergus, you got Axrid, and you got Exo just able to do a lot of damage by himself. You're going to get locked up here, though. Hold that thought. Temple is getting locked up by 3 members. 4 members make it. His entire team is here. Does go down in the end there. They give that one over to Defoe. Give this bird some more gold. They're feeding it like it's in a bird feeder. JS Chaotic and Exo pushing onto this mid inhibitor turrets. Gratis though trying to look for an engage possibly here. Defoe now locking up 2 members. They had to blow 2 flashes. Bot lane just is locked up there by that Anivia wall. Defoe has just been insane with on this Anivia so far. It's just unlucky that some of these fights they've just not been able to find what they want.
2 flashes at this point in the game, especially now that Elder Tree is coming up in just under 2 minutes. It's definitely gonna help them. Like that could be what they base their entire next fight off of, if they can even get the opportunity to.
Yeah, they might need to make a desperation last Hail Mary on this Elder Dragon. It's not looking too good for you. You're about 10k gold down, 6 towers to 0, an Ocean Soul in your pocket. Dragons have just been finding win after win around the map. If they can secure this Elder Dragon Soul, it's going to be an easy cleanup for them. Meanwhile, if you're the side of the Panthers, the Elder Dragon is your last hope, is your Hail Mary, is going to be where you're looking to come back into this game.
I feel like this game has just been an accurate representation of World War One.
We're in the trenches out here.
Yeah, in the trenches out here fighting for like 2 feet of land, and then it just ends.
And then out of nowhere, somebody says, okay, ceasefire, we're done. And then, boom. Everybody goes home. Elder Dragon, though, now going to be going up in 40 seconds. Which team is going to be able to make the difference here? Mid lane priority is set up there by the Dragon so far. They're trying to get some vision down, and Gratis is spotted out in the wings. Meanwhile, Tempo is just split pushing on this top side. You can see they've mounted a bunch of pressure around the map for themselves. Temple going to be looking at possibly stand united in here. Two backs are now coming out from the side of the Panthers. I'm not sure why this Dragon is spawning up here very soon. Got to come back out onto the map before it spawns up, but actually just saying, all right, I'm going to be the go button. I'm going to make the difference, and Gratis has to EQ away. The flag and drag, he does get rooted up by XL in the end there. All comes in, unstoppable force onto 2 members. It's not going to be enough. Sugar Daddy Draven able to find not much else, but here comes the Shen. He goes in, does not find the top flash, does not find anything just yet. He does get rooted up now, but they are fighting in an Anivia portal. This man is going to get locked up now there by the Dark Binding. Action is over the wall, going to be looking for some more damage. Actually able to find that initial engage onto Ingratus that found them the kill.
And the Dragons are turning onto the Elder. If Sugar Daddy Draven didn't just start walking away while he was super growth, then that would have been a very easy fight to win.
Yeah, it would have been pretty simple. Just walk at him and you fight. You got your other 2 members standing behind you, just doing all the damage. Wolven Alchemist has not been able to do a whole lot in this game. It does have the collector now, but it's not going to be enough to secure themselves anything. Elder Dragon now in the hands of the Dragons. We're going to be looking to end this game pretty shortly.
Oh, Temple is level 17. Oh. Wow, okay. So basically Shen became Shen. And also, I was right about the Dead Man's Plate.
Yeah, this man has become a madman. Level 16 ultimate going to be a huge shield on that Shen now.
Yeah, he just became a piece of metal.
Oh, wow. That's Goddess. You're in the wrong spot, man. You're going to get locked up here. But wait, he stayed alive. This man has been so tanky. Extra, though, on the back line finding the kill, as well as Wukong finding the kill back onto Ingratus. Not going to be much else. These guys just need to push into the race and end the game here. Dragons could very well be finding themselves a win right now. Sugar Daddy Draven, if there was a time, it's now. You got to go. Look for the fight. Look for the engage. You have 2 carries to stand behind you and try to find some damage. But it looks like this might just be the end of the game.
Okay, 12k gold deficit. That's unfortunate.
Oh, there goes one. Here's the ultimate 4-man ult. It does not mean much just yet. Nobody's there to do the damage, so Sugar Daddy Draven, you tried your best at the end, but it was a little, too late. And at the end here, the Dragons are going to be able to find the dub, find the win. Here comes Draven and Gratis just looking for some more. This is desperation out of the Panthers. They know they've lost, and this is going to be the end of the game for the Panthers. Dragons take the win against Panthers in the first week of play.
I feel like that's gonna be a theme for at least maybe the next 2 weeks. Just, pretty even early game, going into just a giant turning point. Right side though, Defoe did have most damage.
Yeah, Defoe doing a bunch of damage on that Anivia. If I could give it to him, I'd give him for the valiant effort. MVP as well. POG, player of the game, Pog.
That's outlawed. No, you can't see that. But But for my player of the game, I would definitely have to give it to Axrid. Gotta give him that Axe diff. He definitely came online and just decided to say, you know what, I had enough. So, well, do you have any final thoughts?
Looks like we're having some trouble finding the last stats here. Um, just some final thoughts going into this. It looks like uh, both teams here were able to play a solid game. To be honest, for most of it, Sugar Daddy Draven not able to find any engagements really. But like you said earlier, if you're gonna fight, you gotta fight as a team, and they were not able to do it just yet.
Mhm.
Um, yep.
Well, with that, I think that we're ready to send it back. Well, actually, no, not send it back. We're gonna go on to a quick break while you vote for your player of the game, and then we'll finish it off at the analyst desk.
Broken promises, oh, they just haunt me. I'm locked inside, these feelings can't be free. We were happy, maybe that was just me. All I can remember is how you promised me. You said that you'll be here, but why I'm here alone? I wasted everything, now I got nothing. Oh, time is all I have, but you took it again. Now I'm here wishing for a time machine, time machine.
All right, guys, and welcome back to the analyst desk. So, what we have chosen as our player of the game is Mr. Axrid himself, the Axtiff, popping off on that Echo after the sort of rough laning phase. I don't think he's super versed in the at least early game phases, at least against the Anivia as the Echo. And you have to respect the fact that Anivia has the egg. But other than that, he played the team fights amazingly, was able to find those crucial flanks and crucial team fights to be able to kill both the carries. That egg may have been a thorn in his side at the beginning of the game, but overall, he was just able to make sure that he was able to have an impact throughout the entire game. What ended up happening, I think, is that the Panthers were unable to play towards the identity that they wanted to. I think they overforced with the Jarvan Malphite combo and ended up trying to dive the AD carry every fight, which didn't allow the Anivia to play zone control and force the other team to engage into them. But I think the Dragons did play into the identity that they set up for themselves. They're a team that can both engage and disengage with the Morgana, with non-committal CC that they can just walk away from if they don't want to fight it. And real quick, do we have any comments from both our casters from tonight?
I'll start off. I just want to say it was a blast casting these two teams. They were both pretty good games overall. We saw glimmers of hope in both of them for the enemy teams. Panthers not able to do it in the end there. Neither were the Falcons. So shouts out to them. They were playing kind of insane for some parts of it. And definitely want to give a shout out to Nivea. That was pretty insane play out of them to keep his team in the game for that long.
Definitely. I think the Anivia was the main reason why they were still able to try and play out the game. But like I said, I think the identity crisis of the team just wasn't I guess they overforced, and it was just really difficult for the Anivia to play it out. Anivia is a champion that likes playing in chokeholds, where she can control the flow of the fight with her ultimate, with her stuns, and with her wall. But with the Malphite and the Jarvan consistently diving in, it's really hard for her to actually walk up and just hold the zone.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's so frustrating to play against when you're playing against an Anivia, right? Is like that zone control she gets. You can just wall up somebody, get them stuck with that Q, and then you're just screwed, right?
Definitely.
You just get one shot with the Leandries or whatever item they decides to build. And we saw that some parts of that this game.
I completely agree with that. The Kaisa, unfortunately, didn't really have a very good lane at all. The Aphelios was able to get incredibly strong very early into the game, and I think that's why the Jarvan and the Malphite were continuously just trying to pummel that backline, make sure that the Aphelios wasn't able to do damage. But what they didn't realize is they have 2 or 3 backline divers with the Wukong, with the Shen, with the Echo, just able to run over the Kaisa, Lulu, and Anivia. And from what I saw, the Lulu was mostly ulting the Malphite or the Jarvan, and not really saving it for peeling the Anivia or the Kaisa, which made it really difficult for either of them to be able to do their jobs and do damage.
Yeah, it definitely made it hard for those carries on the side of the Panthers to stay alive. It was just real hard. When you're playing against an Echo, Shen, Wukong, like you were talking about, it's just like almost impossible. And if you're not peeling that backline as a Lulu, you're kind of screwing over your team.
I think a big factor was the lack of vision control from Red's side. If the Panthers were able to have a little bit more vision, be able to keep an eye on that Echo or the Shen or the Wukong throughout all the fights, it would have been a different story. Mainly because they'd be able to actually just play around where they want to. They'd take fights in their own jungle or where they have pockets of vision set up and they can just catch someone out.
Yeah, they definitely had to start looking for some of those picks. You had the Malphite, you had the Anivia. That Anivia Q is deceivingly large radius on that range. The hitbox on it is a deceiving large range. You got the wall there, so a lot of the times I saw the Draven, I forgot his full name, the top laner. Yeah. He kept ulting out of these fights to try and stay alive. And if you're going to be playing that Malphite, you shouldn't have to worry about your own survivability. And most of the times, you just got to go in, die for the team,
Exactly.
And just get your damage out, get the CC, and try to stop the backline.
I honestly think it would have been better for the Malphite to just use the ulti to peel away the Echo instead of actually just using it for or running away to keep himself alive, like you said. It's better to use the ult to make sure the Wukong and Chen can't jump on the Anivia, right? Because the Anivia was their win condition, and unfortunately, she just wasn't able to do her job, although she did try.
I feel like if Sugar Daddy Draven, instead of his second item going a I forgot the item name. It's the Frozen Ball. God,
The Frozen Heart.
Frozen Heart.
Frozen Heart. Yeah, if he didn't go Frozen Heart and instead went Abyssal Mask, then his ultis would have been a lot fatter and definitely could have contributed more to the team fight.
I think that's very true. The ultis were mostly used just to disengage, and unfortunately, that's not really what Malphite is as a champion, or at least its identity as a champion. Just like the Jarvan, both of those champions are very focused on hard diving, and whereas Anivia is more so stay back, try and just do damage control with the ultimate. But I think with the Kai'Sa, they did try to use that dive identity, but I never really saw the Kai'Sa dive forward towards that Aphelios with her ultimate, which I think might have been able to change some fights, but with 2 fights happening where blue side is split from red side.
Yeah, I think like part of the reason of that is like this Kai'Sa, she was really weak. If you dive in onto that onto the back line, what's to say like that Aphelios isn't just gonna absolutely blast you, you know? And Nairo on the Lulu did go for that Moonstone Renewer. It was able to do some healing, but we saw the Imperial Mandate the game prior, and we saw more work out of that Imperial Mandate than Moonstone in this game. I felt like that Lulu was much more utility based, able to zone people some more with their polymorphs and stuff like that. So I was surprised to see that it didn't work out for them with this Moonstone Renewer build on the Lulu. Could have just been the big deficit they were put in at the early stages of the game, but overall, I think that Moonstone Renewer on the Lulu didn't do too much.
I think Imperial Mandate is better from either even or behind because it amplifies your team's damage, right? It helps your team do a little bit more damage on every hit after you land like a slow from your Lulu Q or E or W or anything like that. But Moonstone Renewer is just, it only helps if you're ahead, because if you can't survive the damage, healing's not going to do anything. Healing in the late game doesn't do all that much. It's diminishing returns because you're not able to survive the damage in the first place. The healing's not going to do anything. So I think Imperial Mandate would have helped. It would have allowed the Anivia to do just a little bit more damage, which could have changed the tide of the game. But overall, thank you guys for casting today. It was a very good one. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow for our LRS draft games. Take care, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
I've been right here for a long time. I've seen your dreams in the night sky. You know I want you to be mine, but you won't make it that easy. You're not the type to fall in deep. You know that really want me. We're on our own, take a risk now. Just let it go and don't fall down. I hope you know that my heart is yours. Never let go. Sudden onto stars I fell. Let the beauty in your eyes well. With the picture I've got in my mind, it's you and I. I see you've lost your way back home, but I'll take you somewhere we're alone, so that you can see my heart again and never go. Why can't I get you to just stay? You're like a song stuck on replay. Your smile is all